Hello students, good afternoon. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the topic chemical reaction. It's a topic from class 10 science. So before start our class, I would like to ask some questions. Okay, because this topic is very interesting. Okay, this class is very interesting. So you must have observed in your daily life that cooking a food when in our home mother is cooking the food, then when the milk changes to curd, and the burning of paper whenever we burn a paper. So what are these? These are the examples of chemical reaction. These are the chemical reaction. So before dive into the chemical reaction topic, let's know about the changes changes to, like the ice changes to water. This is a change. So can we reverse this process? Yes, because when we kept the water in the fridge, that the same water change into ice. So this can be done. But suppose we burn the paper. So the burn paper can't be changed into the same paper. It's into its original state. Okay. So that changes is different. Okay, and the changes ice changes to water, that is also different. So what are these changes? Changes are two types. Two types. Two types of changes are there. First one is physical change. Physical change. The second one is chemical change. Chemical change. So in physical change, no new substance is formed. No new substance is formed. No new substance is formed. But in chemical change, new substance is formed. New substance is formed. Then the second thing is it is reversible. Physical change is reversible. It's a reversible process. It is reversible process. But the chemical change, it is irreversible process. It is irreversible. It can be reversed back. Irreversible process. Irreversible process. Then what are the other differences are there? We can in physical change, physical properties, physical properties, properties like size, shape, and state of matter. State changes. But in case of chemical change, chemical properties, chemical properties of the substance occurs. Okay. So what are the examples? One example is melting of ice. Melting of ice. Melting of ice. We can melt the ice, then again we can reverse the process. When we keep the water in the fridge, that some water changes to ice. So this is reversible. Then folding a paper, folding or tearing of paper. When we fold the paper, it's a physical change. The shape is changes, size changes. We can reverse back this process. But in chemical change, like the cooking, cooking of food, cooking of food. When we cooked the food, we cannot reverse back the same process. Suppose we are making curry. So what are the items we add? Like the potato, tomato, chili, green chili, carrot. So we cut these different vegetables and put in the mm, put in the cooker or anything. Okay. So that thing cannot reverse back. We cannot get the same fresh vegetables. Okay. So that is where cooking of food is a chemical change. Then burning of paper, burning of paper, burning of paper. When we burn the paper, it, it changes to ash, so we cannot get the same original paper. So what do you observe in these changes? So in physical change, just only no new substance is formed. Reversible, it's a reversible process. Physical property changes like the size, shape and state. Like in melting of ice, the state changes, and the folding or tearing of paper, the size and shape changes. Okay, but in chemical change, new substance is formed. Like when we burn the paper, the paper converted into ash, so we get the ash. That's the new substance. It is irreversible process. We cannot get back the same paper from the ash. Chemical properties of the substance occurs. Here the chemical property changes. The bond ash from the paper is different from the original paper. So these are the changes: physical change and chemical change. Okay, just wait. So the next our topic is chemical reaction. We first dive into the basics of chemical reaction, which is the chemical changes and physical change. Then we come to chemical reaction. So chemical changes are also known as chemical reaction. Chemical reaction. Chemical changes are known as chemical reaction. Okay. So in chemical reaction, what happens? This is a process, or it is a process. It is a process in which one substance, one or more substance, one or more substance, changes into one or more different new substance, new substance, new substance, new substance. Okay. Is a process in which one or more substance changes into one or more different substance. So we can take one example here, then we will understand in a good way. Okay, wait. Suppose here we take the example, burning of magnesium carbon. This example is also taken in your book. Burning of magnesium ribbon. Okay, so this chemical reaction, we can say that but we first write it down in the chemical equation from Mg. Magnesium is Mg, react in the presence of O2 oxygen and give rise to MgO, magnesium oxide. So when magnesium ribbon reacts in the presence of oxygen, it gives rise to magnesium oxide. So this is a chemical equation. This is the chemical chemical equation. Chemical equation. Okay, this is the chemical equation. And what is the chemical equation? Chemical equation means, okay, I am writing short form of equation, EQN. So it is a representation. It is a representation of chemical reaction. Chemical reaction by using symbols. As in the example, magnesium reacts in the presence of oxygen, give rise to MgO. And this is a simple form of chemical equation. But this is a unbalanced chemical equation. We will study about the what is balanced equation and unbalanced equation. Why this is unbalanced? Because here you can see the magnesium, it is the atom, the magnesium atom is here the magnesium number of atom of magnesium is 1. Here is also 1. But you can see the oxygen atom is 2 here, but here the oxygen is 1. So that's why you can say that this is unbalanced chemical equation. And our chemical equation must be balanced. Why? Because we have to follow the law of conservation of mass. Here the role plays of law of conservation of mass. We have to apply law of conservation of mass. That's why first we have to balance this equation. Here you can see the number of oxygen atom is 2. So we have to multiply 2 as a coefficient. We can change the coefficient, but we cannot change the formula of the atom, okay, or the molecule. So here you can see right now the magnesium is 2 here and the oxygen is 2. Here the oxygen is number is 2, but the magnesium is 1. That's why we should multiply 2 here also. Now this is the balanced chemical equation. Okay, I hope you all got it. I hope you are understanding it. So just wait. So my dear student, you can see here in this chemical equation there is an arrow in between these two products. So this arrow indicates that the reaction is forward. It is forward reaction. This from the left side, it is from the left side to right side. So the product, whatever substance are there in the left side, these are called reactants. Okay, before the whatever substance is there which are in the form of atom are reactant, and whatever we get after the chemical reaction happen or occur, what we get, that is the product. This is the product. So the products, we write the products in the right hand side and we write the reactants in the left hand side. So the number of atoms in the reactant side must be equal to the number of products in the number of atom must be equal to the number of atom in the reactant side and the product side must be equal. Okay, so this is all for today. In the next class we will discuss further. Have a good day.